Another day, another business to explore. Greetings and welcome to yet another amazing episode of The Future. And of course, I am your host, Tando the Creative, holding it down till the mic drops. Today, we are here at Nomusa's B&B. And of course, we're going to be having another amazing conversation with Itumeleng, who will be telling us what's level about. So stay tuned in. Greetings once again, and if you've just joined us, you are tuned into The Future. And like I said before, we are here at Nomusa's B&B in Richards Bay. And sitting here with me is the CEO of this amazing and beautiful space, Itumeleng. Hi.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, and yourself?
I am great. It's so nice to be here, such an amazing and beautiful space. And thank you for allowing us to come to your beautiful space.
It's a pleasure. Thank you.
All right, before we get into the business side of things, maybe could you just kindly tell us about yourself and your upbringing?
Okay, so my name is Itumeleng Seleke. Most people call me Itu, or they call me Tumi. I was born in Soweto. My parents are Martin and Ntabiseng Seleke. And I'm the middle child. I've got two sisters. My older sister is Khahliso. My little sister is Karabo. And I'm a single mother of one, and my upbringing was a happy upbringing. I'm a child of divorce though, which means that I've got three parents actually. One is late, which was actually Nomusa. And what else can I say? Yeah, it was a happy upbringing. Lots of movement though.
Yeah.
In my upbringing.
Okay, seems like you had a very beautiful upbringing. Maybe could you tell us about your schools? Which schools did you attend and how was it?
Okay, so primary school and preschool, that was in the Free State, Valcom. I went to what was it again? St. Andrews. Then I went to St. Agnes, which is a convent. It amalgamated with the school next door and it became St. Dominic's. And then my whole high school came to KZN here in Richards Bay. I went to John Ross College. Then I furthered my studies. I went back to Gauteng, went to Pretoria Tech, which later on became Tshwane University of Technology, where I've got a BTech in internal auditing. Yes.
Now I understand when you said there was a lot of movement going on.
Yes.
Okay, being the CEO of this amazing establishment and everything, how do you relax?
How do I relax?
Yeah,
So,
do you even relax?
I do actually. I try to do that, and I guess that's how my other company was born, Traveling with Itu. I love traveling. I've always loved traveling. That's how I relax. I love learning about new spaces, new cultures, all of that. So that's basically how I relax. I love the soft life. That's what I've always told myself, because I feel like I had a little bit of a hard life as well. I had to grow up very quickly. So I like taking things easy. Just the finer things in life, going out with friends, family mostly though. My friends are my family basically. So that's how I do my downtime.
Seems interesting. Okay, tell us, what was your first job? Do you even remember your first job?
I actually do. I was actually turning 21 that I'm born in November, so I started an internship. It was a 3 months in service kind of trainee student thing. I was still studying at the time. It was actually right here in Richards Bay. My father was working at Hillside Aluminium. It's now called South 32. So yes, that's where I got my first start.
Beautiful. Okay, looking at your busy life and everything that you do, what is the craziest thing you've ever done?
I'm going to tell you the crazy thing that I think I've done.
Okay.
I can't tell you the real crazy thing I've done. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that crazy. But I feel like the craziest thing I've ever done, which was a once in a lifetime opportunity, was actually when Otata Madiba passed away, and we all had an opportunity to go and view his coffin, or him in his coffin. I was working at Joburg in the time, drove to the Union buildings, stood in the sun, got the worst sunburn of my life just to see him for 2 seconds. So I feel like it was worth it though.
Yeah.
And people are like, you did what? But there were so many of us, so I didn't feel like it was crazy.
At that time.
Afterwards, when I tell people, they're like, you crazy, why would you do that? So that's why I picked that.
But I think it was such an amazing experience for you.
It was.
Beautiful.
And you couldn't take pictures. You literally had to keep walking. So, but it was worth it.
Okay, tell us, how is your morning routine like? What do you do? What gets you up in the morning and gets you going?
Okay, so my morning routine, I am now one of those people that has like, I actually have more of a nighttime routine where I plan out my day and do all of that stuff. So, but what gets me up in the morning, it's basically knowing that I've got a daughter that needs to see the good side of life. I feel like so many people feel like we don't live in a good space. So trying to open up her eyes to the good opportunities that there are in the world, that's what inspires me to get up every day and make sure that she knows that we live in a place that is worth living for.
That is so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a short break, and when we come back, we're going to hear about the business Nomusa's B&B. Stay tuned in. Welcome back to the second segment of this amazing show. It's called The Future. And if you've just joined us, you are in the right space. We're still here with Itumeleng. She'll be telling us more about the business side of things. It's Nomusa's B&B. So Itumeleng, tell us how and when did you start this amazing business?
Okay, so this is a family business. It was not started by me. It precedes me. My parents, Martin and Mrs. Nomusa, they basically started this business in 2007. It was actually not this B&B that they opened first. It was actually a B&B in Malmouth, Jenny's B&B. They kept it with the same name, still under the Nomusa B&B brand. Mrs. Nomusa was adjudicating in Nkandla at the time, and they decided that there was someone selling their B&B. They were relocating. So they decided that everything looked good and things were bringing them to that side of the world. So they decided to take that chance and buy Jenny's B&B. Then a year later, in 2008, they decided they were living in this home here, and they decided to now go into it and start from scratch and actually now open Nomusa's B&B this side, which is the one that we are sitting in right now. And that was also because Jenny's B&B was doing quite well at the time, and it was a going concern. So the books were showing that it's a running business. So the figures were okay, and they were able to then convert their home into a B&B. And basically, I joined the business in 2001 during COVID. Unfortunately, Mrs. Nomusa was one of the casualties of COVID. So unfortunately, she ended up contracting COVID, and because she already had comorbidities, she ended up in the hospital, and unfortunately, she did not make it. So basically, I was living in, I think at that time already, I'd been retrenched. So I'd been on a sabbatical for a year. So I decided to, when we were coming here for the funeral, to help my father with the arrangements. We are from Gauteng, so basically all of us except for my father were here. So while we were assisting with the funeral arrangements, everybody assumed that because I wasn't working, that I have to help my father. But me and my sisters, we sat him down and asked him, what do you want to do? Do you want to continue with the business, or what exactly do you want to do? The business was not doing very well at that point, actually. But I decided to then, he said that he wants to keep it because obviously it's got sentimental value.
Yeah.
And he's just lost the love of his life, basically. And then I was like, you know what? I can help you. It's just that it's gonna have to be on my terms as well.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm not here full time. It was supposed to be a side hustle for me, but this has actually turned into my main hustle. But my father gives me the flexibility for me to be able to do my other things, my other business adventures or endeavors in my spare time.
So I heard you spoke about the one in Melmoth. Is it still operating?
Yes,
oh, beautiful.
And we actually have another property in Richards Bay as well. There's actually two. There's one that's we actually even have one of the bus companies. We also provide cleaning services for them and that kind of thing. So we've got a few
things going.
Yes,
it's so beautiful. Okay, maybe can you just highlight about the goals and the mission and the vision of this beautiful company?
Okay, so our mission is to be known as one of the best places in KZN, where we showcase the culture of how things get done in KZN. Although I'm not Zulu, but it's still something that can be done, because I guess most of our employees are actually Zulu. Most of them are from this area as well. So we also want to partake in the employment of people around here as well, and also empower the Black person. We want to make sure that the ownership of these types of businesses grow in the Black community, and working together as well, because we believe that you don't just have to go to one B&B. We all work as in a community, which is why as well, one of the things that I've taken upon myself is that to get to know the region better, I've now also reached out to the tourism community, of Umhlatuzi, and I actually also sit on the board of that entity in the entertainment and event side, because I felt that after I'd been running this business for about 2 years, first year was getting settled, trying to find out what is happening and all of that stuff. Second year, I started now going to exhibitions and all of those things. And one of the things I saw when I was at those exhibitions is that I realized that because also there was that hope gap of me after leaving high school, I then went to Pretoria. So I didn't know much about this region. So for me to be able to sell this region, I needed to know what was happening in it. And now I've gotten to learn that it's such a beautiful region and that people don't really know it. When you tell someone from anywhere besides here, do you know Richards Bay? Or do you know KZN? They're like, oh yes, Durban. And you're like, no. So that's one of my personal missions, is to make sure that people know about Umhlatuzi. People know about King Ketrayo and all of those things. That's my personal mission.
Such an amazing and inspiring thing you got going on here. Maybe for somebody who wants to come here, what are the services that you guys render here?
Okay, so we offer accommodation. We offer many conferencing facilities. We also have a pool area where you can have like your baby shower and your year end and all of that stuff. There's a bra area as well. We also, in collaboration with with a mobile spa company called Cosset Mobile Spa, we also offer spa treatments here. So it is on a pre-booking basis, but it is something that we offer. We also obviously cater for the people as well. And we also offer basically a holistic view. So we're trying to cater more for the catering side of the tourism side of things, because Richards Bay is known more as a corporate place. Because of the harbor and all of those things. Most people don't come here for holiday. They come here for work. So now we want to make sure that people also come here for their own entertainment and spend time, tour, look around, go to the harbor as well, do like a boat cruise and all of those things. And because we work so closely with the other businesses around here, we like to collaborate, and that means that we can offer more services to our people through other people.
Speaking about the tourism side of things, what makes this place unique than other places?
I think because we can offer all of those services as well, so you don't really need to go to other entities. We are basically a one-stop shop.
Yeah, all-rounder.
An all-rounder, yes. And that's where I've got another business as well, Traveling with Itu, where we do help you. I've basically integrated, remember this was supposed to be a side hustle. So I've integrated that part of that. And remember, I love to travel. So yes. I think it was just an obvious thing that then I love to travel. It helps me sell this product as well. So it just makes my life easier. And that's what makes this place unique. And also we are innovative. We do things here that other people are not really doing. We try to be more forward thinking than other places as well, because of the fact that there's the whole AI stuff and all of that. So there's other things that I would like to really, really jump into. It doesn't mean that when you use AI, everything that now you're going to be seeing us having a cleaning robot or anything like that. No, but there is other things that we can incorporate in that space.
You've said all the beautiful and amazing stuff you got going on here, but we all know that sometimes it gets shaky and there's challenges there and there. Maybe what are the challenges that you've come across being part of this business?
Okay, some of the challenges that I've come across is that there's some gatekeepers in this industry. So it becomes very, very hard to break into some of these things, like the fact that this is a corporate town. But sometimes it's difficult to get that contract where there's other places here that are fully booked the whole year.
Yeah.
But it's very, very difficult to break into that. And which is why I think we also then found ourselves having to play outside of that corporate branding of what Richards Bay is. So it's made us just branch out a little bit more into other things as well.
Maybe what is something that is the core, or I would say like the most important part of this business?
I think the most important part of this business, I think it would be basically twofold. I think it's the opportunities that it gives my staff. I've also got a contract with Catsita. So we've got interns that are on site. So we are basically helping to get people trained so that we can also be developing future entrepreneurs. There's not a lot of jobs in our country. So getting them to have that start and giving them a holistic view of the industry makes it very, very, it makes it a very good place for them to do their internship. And then the other part, obviously, it's the customers, guys.
Yeah.
We are nothing without our customers. So making sure that we serve them in such a way that they want to come back. When you get that person that is just taking a chance. Because most of the time I realize that as the person that goes to these exhibitions, they're actually buying me. So I need to make sure that I transfer that into my team, and then they then transfer that into the customers. And they keep coming back, so there must be something that we're doing right.
That is so beautiful, and I like the fact that you're also opening up opportunities for different young people to come forward and gain experience in this wonderful place. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, we'll be back once again. We're taking a short break, and when we come back, we're gonna get to hear about the future goals and what we can expect from Nomusa's B&B. Stay tuned in. Welcome back once again. You're still tuned into the future, and we're still chilling amazingly here at Nomusa's B&B with Itu. Right now, we're gonna get to hear her side and her vision for the coming years as well. So, Itu, tell us. But before we get into that, could you please kindly tell us ngawinch. In terms of, would you say that poor performance from the leader of a business affects the performance of the business overall?
It does. I believe in the fact that you must lead by example. So although I might not be the one picking up the broom on a daily basis and doing that, but I need to make sure that I represent what I walk the talk.
Yeah.
So that my team will know what we really, really stand for, and that those core values of the company, it's something that we really, really stand for. I never changed the vision and the mission when I started the company. Well, when I joined the company, because I felt like it was perfect. It was what I stood for, and I just shared it with the team, and basically that's what I do. I make sure that discipline is a very I come from the banking industry. I come from I was also an admin manager in one or two of the big branded shops as well. And I happened to be an admin manager, which means that you deal with discipline.
Yeah.
So I've always had to be disciplined. So poor performance is something that I've been to CCMA and I've done all of those things. So I know both sides of what can happen. I've been an employee, I've been an employer. So I know that you have to stand for what you believe in, so that other people can also take from what you lead, basically. Yeah.
It's always said that for a business to succeed, you need to plan everything properly.
Yes.
What would you say are the plans that you've placed in order for you to gain that success or bring through the success for the business?
Okay, so I've already started with some of the things. I'm actually a qualified skills development facilitator. Like I said, I believe in developing people and training and all of those things. And it's something that, when you have a gift and you don't really know why.
Yeah.
I always used to find myself in the training part of things in all of the companies that I've worked for. So that also just made me realize that there is something that these companies see in me that I obviously couldn't really see in myself. So that's one of the things that we've incorporated. That's why having that contract with Katsita, you don't even have to be a qualified skills development facilitator to do all of those things with them. But I wanted to have that knowledge and the know-how so that I can do that. It's also one of the things that I want to stream out into. So the other things that will help us as well is making sure that you give back to the community, just like being in the tourism entity as well. That helps me see what is happening on the ground, see where the gaps are, and know what the future plans of the region are, so that I can then slot myself into those things.
I see you have a lot going on there. Maybe do you have like certain like other strategies that you've put in place in order to achieve success in this business?
We just try to put our ear down for the, like you'll find that the tourism department has got things like the hidden gems exhibition at Indaba. So you make sure that you attend those kinds of things so that everybody knows about your brand. What else is there? I affiliate myself also with other provinces and all of that to just try and make sure that we are in line. Things like the green incentive, those are other things where you know that the heat that we're experiencing right now is from global warming. So that's something that we need to also make sure that we're in line with, and make sure that we are using water wisely. We also then can also get, we already have solar paneling and all of that stuff, but things like solar geysers and all that we don't have yet, but we can then get those things with the help of that incentive. And things like CIFA and all of that. Like I said, that there is gatekeeping that happens. So some of this information, we didn't know that it's freely available. And I now know that I can just go on the website and it's all there. So just also networking and doing all of those things makes sure that you get in touch with different businesses. And I mean, this year is our third year in that. It's basically almost like a development program where basically next year I plan on going overseas. And for me, this 3 years that I'm going to be finishing this year was important for me because it's basically taught me everything that I need to know and what strategies I need to be able to go and sell this company. I realized that I can't just go overseas and sell Nomusa's B&B on its own.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got 8 rooms. How am I going to go and sell that to the rest of the world? And do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but hopefully we will get to a point as well where there's a Nomusa's B&B, whether it's branded Nomusa's B&B, just like I already said, the first B&B is not also branded Nomusa's, but we can work with other people to maybe have some kind of a franchise as well and go global, basically.
Seems like this company is in good hands. Would you recommend somebody to be part of such a business or to start such a business?
Yes, I would. But I would also advise them that if you have a person like me at your disposal who is willing to assist you, who's willing, where you maybe can come and attend one of my business breakfasts where we connect you to other people, don't try and do it alone, is what I would say. That's what I found, because it's also a very overwhelming industry.
Yeah.
Where it's so exciting, you're gonna want to do everything, and you might get burn out of some sort. So I would really advise that yes, do it, but no man is an island. Don't try and do it by yourself.
All right, maybe is there anything that you would like our audience at large to know about this beautiful business that maybe we never touched on today?
I just want you to know that we are a hidden gem. Most people, when they come here, when you look at the front of our B&B, you don't realize what is on the other side. They say, and what we basically advertise, that it's fresh, it's green, it's quiet, it's serene. It basically is a hidden gem. Come and find this hidden gem that is waiting for you here in Richards Bay, basically.
Thank you so much for sharing such a beautiful story and the business side of things and everything at large. Thank you so much, and we wish you the best of luck for the year.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
And our family here. And you are welcome. I hope that you will come. Well, you will.
Thank you so much. All right, so we've come to the end of this amazing episode. And what we learned today is that it's very important to be informed about the type of business that you want to get into. And if you want to do this amazing business, make sure that you have a team behind you, a supportive system for you to succeed. And that's it for today. Make sure that you subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification button whenever we post new content. It's Vertebra Productions, and from me to you, bye.